Hey everyone, it's Matthew Myth here, and I am so grateful that you have stuck it out with me as I explore the strange universe of making a video, being a writer, making a video, wanting to be a comedian, but still being a writer, wanting to be an actor, but still being a writer. And as a writer, I decided the best thing to do was create a character. And that character, as you know, is the damn saint. And that character can now hold all the short stories, all the ideas, all the things that I have been keeping in different areas can be all brought to one centerpiece. I'm really excited about the direction all of this is going to take, because it's going to tie in all the loose ends, all the pieces that are part of my life as a writer and a creative person, but also how it connects me to the universe. I'm really excited to share these connections of my life, the stories, the objects. All these things play a role within the presentation of the damn saint. For example, in the first story we had the pyramid. This is just something I bought at a pawn shop. I mean, it might really have some sort of cosmic energy, intelligence living inside of it, and perhaps, recording it on film, digital even, could set off some sort of, problem. But, regardless, for the sake of art, this is a real thing that I have, but it also holds, just like to the characters, and it will come up further in the stories, but it has this cool mystical aspect to it. And I just thought, why just write about it? I'd like to, not just describe it to your mind, but turn it into an object of reality, part of the story, but in the visual aspect. I wanted to take the first few episodes and establish the narrative. That's why there was only words and a static background. I just want to give people a sense of these characters. So I presented the first episodes in a more dramatic narrative form, but the whole point of it is that it takes place through the narration of someone reading a journal or something. So I figured that the best way to explore this character, so I decided what I really want to do is take more of a filmmaker's approach to delivering the ideas of my stories to you. Not just the sound of my voice, but a visual journey that we can grow with together. Another object that is true to the story and my life is this ring. This ring was my grandfather's, and he gave it to my father, and now it's mine. And now it's a great piece to guide our journey. What's so cool about the ring is that it has the same shape as the ring that the Shadow from the old pulp stories and radio dramas had, but his was a Garrisol fire opal ring. This is onyx and gold. It's soft, gold is very soft. And it just so happens that this ring coincides with just something that I found at a pawn shop. Like a thrift store, sorry. But what's crazy is that one of my friends, he's a musician and a writer as well, and just a very talented artiste, and he has a black pyramid that is made out of the same stone, has a similar describe it. It's just very strange how, things in life are generally what we attribute to it. So this is a mystical object, and I thank you for tuning in to Matthew Myth Presents. And one more thing. There was going to be multiple seasons, have a lot of stuff written out already to go. It just needs to be formatted. And there's going to be 5 episodes to a season. So we have one more episode to go after this, and take a little break, do some other videos, the more short form stuff I usually put on my TikTok and things like that. For some reason, different platforms have a different audience. But I like YouTube. It's a place to store everything, and that's mainly where you'll find us. So I say with that, the power is within us. Let's use that and take ourselves into new beginnings. Stay tuned for episode 4 of The Damn Saint. This comes to you from the Journal of Minister Matthew Forbes, the adventures of a struggling artist mixed into the world of mysticism and dark arts. Aside from battling my inner demons, I find myself matching wits with demonic and angelic forces. What can I say? You don't choose the mystic arts, it chooses you. So if you see me in the cemetery, just know I'm trying to save a soul, and next time it might be you. Open the gates of your mind, the damn saint has arrived. I was driving home after a New Year's party. I made sure to drink just enough to forget the year and was in high spirits enough to set goals for the year to come. Passing by me, I noticed a car with a particular license plate. The combination of letters and numbers strike a nerve. I was reminded of a woman I used to know. She is an expert at astral projection. We used to practice together. She tried to coach me to learn faster, but I could never master it like her. I drive on. I continue home, lost in reverie. Getting home, I take out the gold pyramid. Lately, in my loneliness, I'll gaze on the pyramid and marvel at what powers reside inside of it. I remember my new ring. I walk to my hall closet where I keep the ring. Opening the door, I find the box and take out the ring. Placing it on my finger, I wonder what power it will help me develop eventually. It began to get late, so I laid down to rest. The pyramid was on my nightstand, next to the bed. I didn't see it because my eyes were closed, but the ring began to glow and become warm. Suddenly I was transported in my astral body. Looking around, I was amazed to find I was in the dream sanctuary of, the woman I had been thinking of earlier. This is her domain. Years ago, we used to try and meet here inside of our astral bodies, and every time I could get the body, but never land my consciousness fully. I'd only remember a glimpse of the landscape around me, but I could never become autonomous. She tried very hard to help me. Almost every night she would project and meet me on my futon in the corner of my room, but I failed her. And then she vanished from my life. I walked through the long canal with water on the side. It was surreal, peaceful. I came to a glowing and pulsing doorway, and I went inside. I was suddenly inside a cozy living room, the fireplace. I saw her. She was sitting on a soft chair by the fire. She looked at me and said, "This is your domain." I was so confused. Suddenly, a blue wave emitted from her abdomen and surrounded me. I blacked out. And when I came to, we were running. We were running in a panic from someone chasing us. We ran and ran. And then she says, "We can't see each other again. It's not safe." She has no idea how I entered her sanctuary, but it was the worst timing. I tried to explain to her. I don't know either what happened. It was totally involuntary. Here we are running. Then she stops. We have to stop. We can't run forever. Without warning, she's hit. I don't know by what. I don't know what hit her, but she falls to the ground. I hold her in my arms. And looking me in the eyes one last time, she says, "You'll never lose me." Then she turned to ash in my arms. I grasped for her, but it's only smoke and dust. I stand there, still, like a statue in shock. And this attacker approaches. But it doesn't matter, I'm still. And then like a bubble popping, I wake up in my bed. The ring is warm, the pyramid glowing.
Tune in for next week's episode of The Damned Saint. Until then, be true, be you, and be aware. There is no fate but what you create. I am the messenger, the Damned Saint.